Yeah, man, it's the 31st of March, 2023. I'm going to talk about a lot of things in this video. To start with, right now it is 4:44 p.m. and that's Central Time, I think. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to go ahead and try to upload it. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if it took all night or many hours for this upload because gang stalkers are like doing that again. They're doing that again on my phone and on my service, and theft of services and illegal access of my device and account fraud and all of that stuff. I think actually the way they're doing it is either a modified YouTube application where they're able to do a certain network protocol to their liking, and or they're doing it through Google. But it is possible that they're doing it on my phone. I know that they have access to any phone that I've ever had for the last 10 years since they started this gang stalking thing. Even before I knew about gang stalking or what gang stalking was, before I ever had the first experience of artificial telepathy or gang stalking or street theater or any of it, broadcast stuff, any of it, before any of that, I had a lot of experience with my devices starting to become hacked. And that was the beginning of it in 2013. So, you know, it's just one of the ways that they operate. And it's not that they're like master hackers. Some of them may have a little skills, but they're not like serious hackers or nothing like that. They're just able to get a hold of programs where they can run, a program to just take over your whole device. And if you get a brand new iPhone or a brand new MacBook or a brand new Microsoft, any kind of anything, or if you get Android, any of it, they can literally take over and basically give themselves an administrative position and have you more like a user on any device you have, and they can do it almost instantly within a couple of minutes. I've tried everything with the brand new devices, and it's not something you can go over to the Apple store and have them help you with. You're not going to really get customer support on this stuff. We have to figure out how to solve these problems ourselves. And all the way up to even today, 10 years later to just today, I'm still dealing with the same thing. I go in the post office and I need to send some packages, and I know for a 100% fact that the address was in the contacts. And when I go to look in the contact that I was trying to send the package to, and the address was just gone. It's gone. And I ended up having it somewhere else, and I was able to do what I needed to do, but it was inconvenient. And then as soon as I got to the car, I started looking at it, and the addresses are all back. All the addresses are back. And that's just something that they do. They think it's funny. They think it's funny, and that it is their intention to inconvenience your life. And it's way more than inconvenience. And this is a big question that I think we need to start talking about. This one I'm about to say. Should we be able to kill gang stalkers, right, that are trying to hurt us? That's the question. Should we be able to kill gang stalkers that are hurting us? So there's self-defense laws, and if somebody is physically attacking you and you are in a reasonable amount of danger and they're hurting you, and you are allowed to attack them physically, even if you kill them. You're allowed to kill them. If somebody's attacking you or trying to shoot you or anything, attacking you with a knife or even trying to beat you up physically with their hands, you are 100% allowed to just shoot them and kill them. And that's called self-defense, and you don't go to prison for that. That's perfectly legitimate, right? And as long as you're in danger, as long as they're hurting you, there's an attack against you, you're allowed to defend yourself. And so, with these gang stalkers, they're able to sit at home in their living rooms or in their bedrooms and their little shithole wherever they live, and they're able to just sit there while they got this thing on their head that they call a mind control, and it enables them to live as a broadcast. Like, don't get it confused, okay? Like a virtual reality, but it's not virtual reality, because the reality that they're living in is the actual reality, okay? But they're just able to live as a broadcast rather than, like you put on an Oculus or something and you're in some fake world that's generated only by the computer. It's not like that. They're able to put on this mind control thing, and in their mind they see like they're somewhere else, and they are wherever their broadcast is, and they live as a broadcast. Just like the Avatar, they get in that little thing and they're able to connect and live as the blue avatar guy through broadcast. And so that's how mind control works. Except instead of a blue avatar guy, it's a hologram broadcast. And they're able to live as a broadcast. And with that, they attack and hurt people. And even today, and every day, every single day of my life, but especially this is the third day in a row that they've, I don't know if they allowed somebody else to come on with them or if somebody gave them the go ahead to do more extreme, violent type of tortures. But this is the third day where they're doing things that hurt on a higher level than typical. They hurt me every day with broadcast, and they do a lot of stuff. They put broadcast stuff all over my face and in my eyes and in my mouth and burn in my mouth and my gums and my tongue will be burned. And I taste electricity, and they attack my genitals and my abdomen. Every time I sleep, they put broadcasts all in my abdomen area. And then when I go to work, and they got broadcasts all in my ankles and my feet, and they do things to hurt me. Okay, but the last couple of days, including today, they've been attacking my ankles and like if I was like writing something, they'll start attacking like my arm and the bones in my hand and stuff like that. I don't have arthritis or something ridiculous like that. I'm like an athletic person. And it's just like whatever you're trying to do, that's what they'll try to attack that area. And they're always like opportunistic like that to try to pretend like something is something else and like they're getting away with it. It's still the bottom line, they're attacking you. They're attacking you, and sometimes it hurts so bad, like sharp, stinging, burning, suddenly, and it hurts so bad it'll bring a tear to your eyes. Not that you could even stop it. It's not like you're crying. It just brings a tear to your eyes. The question is, should we be able to kill them? Because the reasonable attack, danger, whatever, like there's no way to get away from it. You can't run off and say, okay, I'm safe. I don't have to kill nobody now. I don't have to attack anybody or physically defend myself now. I'm safe. There's nowhere that's safe. If you're hiding in your own house, in your own bed, they can be wherever they are and physically attacking you. Now, is it self-defense if we kill them? If we could find them and kill them so they'll stop hurting us, is that self-defense? I believe it is. I want to know what you guys think. Is it self-defense? Should we be able to kill gang stalkers? The typical stuff every day. They're attacking my bones. It's bone torture. I want to know if there's bone density loss. And really, they can hurt you bad enough to cause serious injury in less than a day. All right, they'll do something and they'll back off, because they can't do too much. What if you end up in the hospital and you got internal injuries from broadcast torture? Well, that kind of validates everything, doesn't it? Unexplainable broadcast torture, internal injuries. That validates everything. So they'll do stuff and hurt you kind of bad, even to the point of injury. Where earlier today I just started walking. I'm like, oh, they already have caused injury today, right in my right ankle, foot area. And they'll probably back off of that for a day or two. And it'll take that day or two for it to get back full 100%. And then they'll start attacking again. But meanwhile, they'll attack somewhere else while they're waiting on that to heal up. So they attack you in ways that they feel like they can get away with. And then stupid things like I'm in the post office trying to fill out a label, and they make all my addresses in my phone disappear. And then 5 minutes later, when I'm back in the car and I'm furious about it, then they're all back, right? They're all laughing and talking trash the whole time. They love to use girl voices. They're always high-strung and screaming in girl voices, like some tranny people or something. Whatever. Bro, it's weird. A bunch of men that constantly use girl voice settings and stuff like that. And these days, you can find all kinds of like applications or stuff that where you could talk and make it come out as some other voice. And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, how do you really know who's you know when you're dealing with the same people for a decade." They can put on any mask or any voice setting or whatever they wanted to. You're still going to know who they are because you know their personality. You're dealing with the same idiots. And they have nothing else going on. There's not that many people out there with the circumstance to be able to just sit around on mind control. You know how a 12-year-old would sit around on a video game all day, every day, right? And they're able to do that, obviously, because their parents can support them. And they, spend the whole summer playing some game, with a couple buddies. That's how these gang stalkers are. But the thing is, it's different because they're not 12. They act 12, but they're 40, 50, 60 years old. And they just do whatever they want to. They do whatever they want to when it comes to your devices, when it comes to your accounts, when it comes to your services. So they'll stall out my upload, make it take 9 hours, and they'll come out at 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody will hardly watch it. And then they'll talk trash and make my addresses disappear at the post office. And then they don't like what I'm doing. Oh, okay, we'll just attack his ankles and put stuff in his eyes if he's trying to read. Learning is prohibited and all of this stuff. And I'm not like a complainer. I'm not looking for a problem. So I'm not trying to be a victim. I feel like I do whatever I want to in life. And they try to stop me, but they can't really stop me from doing anything. They just make it a living hell and inconvenient to do a lot of things. But they rarely stop me from doing anything. And I'm making progress. And I promise you this, okay, I'm going to be the one to make this whole thing so big. And everybody's going to know about remote neural monitoring and broadcast torture. And everybody's going to know about everything I figure out about devices and stuff. And I'm in school for computer programming. I'm in like my fifth or sixth semester now with a 3.9 GPA in college for a computer science programming degree. And so I'm just now starting to get into the more advanced classes. I've been taking like some basic classes and math stuff. And, next semester it's going to be like web development and then structured query language, SQL. And then, I've been taking IT analysis, program design, and some basic classes too, like some math stuff. Math is very important for all of this stuff. But anyway, the point is, like, I'm going to start getting into more advanced classes, and I study this stuff on my own too when I have time. But I don't have a lot of time because I'm also trying to study a lot of financial things so I can find myself in a position to be able to stir things up in a way that they can't hold me down. I don't want them to be able, I want to have 100 G's to throw at a lawyer and say, do it. Get it done. I want to see these people in a courtroom defending themselves, right? That's what I want to see. And, it's a wild scenario, but the whole way along, I'm going to have to be as public as I can. I'm going to make all these channels as big as I can, and I'm going to bring out more websites and everything I can do. So if you guys got some ideas or feel like you could help in some way, you want to collaborate, anything, let me know, because I'm all about it. They've kind of chosen my path for me. It's not like, oh yeah, I want to join them and get my neural monitoring, become a gang stalker, nothing like that. Everybody should want their neural monitoring, not to become a gang stalker, to protect yourself, to protect your family. If you don't have it, somebody does. And if it ain't you, do you trust them? Because they're going to let a bunch of crack baby idiots on your neural monitoring or mind control junkies that don't have a job or any aspiration or any motivation or any direction in life, just sit on mind control all day, every day with a thing on your head, saying little comments at some person that you really want to be that person, but you're so pathetic and it makes you so mad because you're not that person. You're not that cool. But you're a big fat retard and you just sit there on mind control and you're so mad about it. So what? So then it ends up being torture, broadcast torture. Going to penetrate into your heart, right? Make you feel like you're going to die and then crawl into your eyeballs and shock your anus with broadcast because I wish I was you and I'm not. I called on one guy on my neural monitor, the 4 main guys, but they bring a bunch of people on with them. But I started calling the one guy Caboose. Why? Because he followed the other 3 all the time. He came on after the others, but back in like 2017 is when this guy came on and he wants to be just like the other ones. And now over time, he's basically turned into one of them. And now he just says the same stupid stuff that they say. He's like, join it. So his new name is Caboose. The one that grumbly voice one. Yeah, his new name is Caboose for trying to be like Marcus and the other fat retards. So that's all for now. I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot of ambition about this because they continue to torture and they continue to talk to me. They continue to become a nuisance in my life every day. They're still pathetic. They haven't moved on and tried to better their own lives. Instead, they've taken a personal vendetta to try to stop me, and it's just motivation. Thank you, crack babies.